Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. So we're out here today playing this charity golf tournament for local wrestling teams. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Out here at the Silver Course at the Air Force Academy. So here we are, beginning of part 2, starting on hole 9, because we started off shotgun start on hole 18. So it'll be, 9 through 17 for this here second part. So this hole, what do we got here? About 380 yards to get up on that green. Well, that's what the sign says, but my watch says 360 from where I stand. So anyway, not all that far, and it's a hard dog leg right. So yeah, it doesn't really require driver here unless you're going to hit a big old cut and like perfectly placed. So the real shot is to just kind of pump like a 5 or 4 iron out here, something, maybe 230 to 240, and yeah, just let it ride. Have yourself about 150 to 160 in. Let's give it a crack. Check it out. Alright everybody, here we are on the 10th hole. So, the par 4, about 335 yards to get up on this green. So, no reason not to hit driver. Kind of looks like it dog legs to the right, but that's kind of an illusion by the tree line. So really, It's actually kind of a straight hole, more like a diagonally right hole. But just pump one out there, put a little bit of fade on it, and you'll be all right. Let's check it out. Alright everybody, so here we are on the 11th hole. So big old 400-yard dogleg left. So the right line here is to just pump one right over the trees in the middle of the screen right now with the driver. And yeah, if you can make that happen, then you'll be sitting really good. Or play it just right out in the middle with a bit of a draw, and you'll also be really good. What am I doing? I'm taking a 2-iron. I'm just going to try to pump it out there straight. So let's give it a crack, see what happens. All right, everybody, so here we are back on the 12th hole. And just in case I forget that I was saying something, so on the last hole we got a birdie because we can actually buy ball tosses here. And if we toss the ball, then it's a continuation of the previous shot. So Chris tossed it, got it in the hole, and secured our birdie. So this hole, a big par 5, but well, it's not that big, but it's kind of weird. So it's a zigzag hole, about 430 yard par 5. But if we look at the yardage stick here, you can see how the hole's shaped. It's kind of dark, but anyway, you can kind of see how that's a zigzag there. So yeah, I mean, getting driver here, not necessary. Just want to put something right out in the fairway, cut over, and then cut back to the right. Alright everybody, here we are back on the number 13. Little par 3, about 164 yards to get up on this green. So I'm thinking about a 9-iron. Slap one up there, not a whole lot of trouble to the left. You can miss a little bit that way, but a little bit of trouble on the right, as you can see a sliver of a lake over there. So definitely don't fade one out there. That's bad news. So let's give it a rip, check it out. Alright everybody, so here we are on the 14th hole. So, brilliant ball toss by Chris over here for a asterisk hole-in-one. So, I'll explain that again, just in case I forget when I'm editing this video. But out here, so we bought 2 ball tosses. And if you toss the ball, if you choose to use one of them, it counts as a continuation of the previous shot. So since I hit the drive on the green where we were tossing the ball from, and before that putting, it was a continuation of the drive for a hole-in-one because he did throw it into the hole. So that was that. So this hole, 350 yards about, dogleg right to get up on this green. So, you know, the right play here, unless you're really going to hit a pretty fade above the right line here to get on in one, and you hit a real serious bomb, just hit something and float it out in the middle, and you'll have an easy, should be around a 100-yard shot to get on this green. everybody, here we are back on number 15. So, another dogleg right, par 4, about 350 yards from this here tee box next to us to get up on that green. So, I mean, you can hit driver here, there's plenty of room. If you miss long, then you're going to have tree trouble. You definitely want to hit a nice power fade out there if you're going to hit driver. If not, then, I mean, just float yourself a nice, like, 200 yard club out there, you know, somewhere between 2 and 250. And you're going to have a nice shot in to get on the hole, to get on the green in 2. So, let's get up there, give it a whack, check it out. So here's Niall's shot. Yep, pretty ridiculous. Get it, Niall. Get it. Almost strained it for eagle. Beep. Sweet. All right, here we are, everybody, on 16, our second to last hole for this 2-part series, and thank you so much for watching another episode of Midgard Golf. So, this hole, short par 4, about 320 yards or so to get up on this green, but a hard dog leg left. So the shot, the safe shot, is just to pump one right out there and float one out in the middle, and then you'll have about 130 or so in. Or you can take this left line, like Chris is fixing to do, and smack it right over those trees. Alright everybody, here we are on the 17th, and our final hole for this two-part series out here on the Silver Course at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. So, little par 3, kind of a tough hole actually. You got water guarding it on the left and a sand trap over there on the right, 180 yards to get up on this green. So, now I'm thinking an 8-iron. Take a crack at it, try to float it on up there. See what happens. Well, hey everybody, and here we are again at the end of another episode of Midgard Golf. So, we were out there today playing a charity tournament, obviously, like I mentioned a few times, for the local wrestling program. So I think that includes, I think it's funded by the Air Force Academy, actually. So, hence we were playing at the Academy because all the coaches were wearing Academy equipment and whatnot who were there at the awards dinner afterwards. And but there were some high school kids there, a team from Aurora, up kind of a suburb of Denver, if you will. So yeah, anyway, so that was what the event was for today. So, for a good cause, help fund these kids and in doing the thing that they love, which is wrestling. Odd that we're playing golf to fund a wrestling team, or a series of wrestling teams, whole wrestling program in the area, but good stuff. So, I mean, I really don't feel that I need to review the Air Force Academy again. Most people can't really play the Academy anyway, because you kind of have to be prior service to get on there and play. But if you do get the chance to go play it, let's see, I'll just say in general, the course that we played today, the Silver Course, I'd probably have to say that that's the more difficult course out there to play. It's shorter, but it's definitely more narrow, so yeah, you really got to be hitting pretty cracked shots out there. And the greens on both sides are incredibly challenging. So yeah, a word of advice if you ever do get to play on the Air Force Academy, blue or silver, the mountain plays. So if you're trying to read those greens, which are typically very fast anyway, and very unforgiving, you got to make sure to look up when you're reading the greens, because I swear you're going to be looking at a green and saying, "Oh, yep, this definitely breaks right to left," and then you'll look up and realize that the mountains are to your left, and lo and behold, that green is going to break left to right. or at best go dead straight. But it's not going to break like you think it's going to. So yeah, it's it's a real test of green reading out there. That's for sure. And putting, as you could see today. Yeah, my putting was definitely off. But Niall was he was on point today. So I mean, everybody hit some good shots out there. Chris, you know, he drilled the last green for us on 17. That was excellent. Yeah, I mean, but he had kind of a low burning 5-wood, if I remember right, too. It just kind of ran it up there. I mean, excellent. And yeah, me and Niall both missed left, and then Brandon kind of chunked one out there. But I mean, we were all saving each other all throughout the day there. So yeah, if I had to say that there was the MVP of the team, it'd probably have to be Niall. Then probably myself. And then Brandon and Chris, I'd say we're pretty well even. Yeah, for coming in clutch when we needed him to. But anyway, it was an excellent day. Of course, we finished 5 under. So yeah, that was. I didn't look at the scoreboard when we were like right before we left, because the winning group ended up shooting 11 under. So yeah, we did not win. But I think there were 2 groups actually who shot 11 under, and then they did a back 9 playoff sort of thing. So they took the scorecards for both teams and said, okay, now just see how both teams did only on the back 9, or on their last 9 holes, I believe. Yeah. And then whatever the best score between those 2 were, that's who won. So anyway, I think we tied for 3rd, so we came in 5 under, and you know, I think we got stomped out by 6 strokes by those 2 teams. So, but it was a great day. Anyway, I mean, yeah, the weather. If you go back and watch my first video at the Air Force Academy on blue and silver, I believe I got hailed on both days. I mean, those were just grueling days of golf. But today, we could not have asked for better weather. I mean, everything was just perfect. So, and I was out there with a great group of guys, and Sam was in the group behind us. So, you remember Sam from last week's video out at Sand Creek. And he'll be out there with us again when we vlog Bear Dance in a couple of weeks. So I think we'll be out there on October 2nd. That's right. So, yeah. And Colin. Colin you haven't seen on the channel yet, but he'll be out there with us as well. He was out there with us today. And Chris. That'll be the 4 of us. And I think we're going to do a 4-ball best ball scramble at Bear Dance too. See how well we can play. See how low we can score anyway. Yeah, so another thing, I was actually kind of supporting 2 charities today. So let's talk about this shirt that I'm wearing. Obviously, something that you probably haven't seen in the stores, or maybe you have, but I probably doubt it. So it's this company called Lovo Golf, L-O-V-O, like love, but with an O at the end instead of an E. So Lovo, yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're a big charitable organization, and they're making golf attire. So, yeah, I mean, I played in the shirt today. Let me give you the critique on that. So, my critique on what's a good quality golf shirt and what's not is left shoulder, right? I mean, I suppose if you're a righty right or a lefty right shoulder, but when I come back in my backswing, if it feels like I've got any kind of sort of tension in that left shoulder that's pulling on me, yeah, I think that's a low quality shirt. This shirt, none at all. I mean, nice and stretchy material. It, you know, super flexible. Felt super great all day. Not so light that it feels like you're kind of wearing a see-through shirt of sorts, but so heavy enough to sort of keep the wind from breaking into you a whole lot. Because it was windy out there today, so I had kind of the opportunity to test that too. But quality shirts. And every shirt they sell, I don't know what kind of portion, but a portion of their proceeds goes towards food and water for kids, you know, less fortunate kids around the world. So, yeah, check them out. I will put the link in the description below on both videos, so on part 1 and part 2 here. And yeah, if you feel so inclined. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of designs out right now, but I have to imagine that they'll be coming. They're going to keep designing more patterns for their shirts. But if you're in the market for some new golf, excuse me, if I could learn how to speak English today, that'd be nice. if you're in the market for some new golf apparel and you're looking for something quality, I'm a, you know, I have a pretty sizable golf wardrobe, and all kinds of different brands, all kinds of different materials, and I gotta say that these shirts are, in my book, right up there, top notch. So, my opinion, anyway. So I will put, again, I'll put the link in the description below, so go check them out. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, get yourself a shirt or two, and you're supporting a good cause on top of that. All right. So, yeah, past that, I don't know if I actually reviewed the whole course out there. I mean, it's the Air Force Academy. It's tough as nails, both sides. The staff there is awesome. You know, half the people working there are cadets, and they're, you know, also working apart from being in school, so that's really cool. And then the other half are retirees. So, yeah, huge military community out there. If you get the chance to go out and play, just excellent folks. And well, pretty much everybody you're going to run into on the course is either going to be active, former, whether they're retired or just, you know, ETS'd. That's end term of service for those of you civilians out there who don't know what that means. So anyway, yeah, or guests of service members. So that's basically all you're going to find out there on the course. So yeah, good people. Yeah, good Americans. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this two-part video series of, you know, some good shots, some bad shots, and a heck of a 4-ball scramble. So to come in 5 under, pretty respectable for those courses, I'd say. Yeah, especially if you don't know those greens like the back of your hand, because then, yeah, you're going to be second guessing yourself reading them all day. That's for sure. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. I think next video I'm going to produce will be up at Saddle Rock. That's right, up in Aurora. I think I mentioned Aurora earlier about the high school team that was there playing golf today. So ironically enough, yeah, I think that's the next video coming your way. And then after that should be Bear Dance. So yeah, a couple of excellent tracks coming your way. Until then, yeah, throw us a like and subscribe if you feel. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.